And we're live. We're only sort of live. There seems to be some sort of connection problem preventing Rob from jumping in on this. We're just waiting to see if we can get that sorted out. Welcome, everybody. This is They Talk Funny. My name is Paul Ash. They Talk Funny is a series of videos where we get to talk to comedians around the world who ask them about how they're living with the current world situation. About their comedy and their comedy writing styles and life in general. And I'm very, very happy to say that my guest this week should be, if we can get the connection issues worked out, the fabulous Rob Pue. Rob Pue is a Canadian stand-up comic. He was also season 2 of Punk'd. He has appeared on CBC Debaters and has toured around the world doing comedy. Is I believe a winner of the San Francisco comedy festival, comedy competition. So yeah, and he's done all the major festivals here in Canada, Winnipeg, Halifax, and Montreal. And he has a CD that is due out. It is already out. It's been out for a couple of years. And that is Pugilist. So by Rob Pue. I definitely recommend checking it out. So if I can't get this connection issues worked out in time, we are, I think we're going to have to cancel the show. I'll just wait for a couple more minutes to see if he can get that connection worked out. In the meantime, I just will take time to suggest that you look at the back catalog. If you go to the Paul Ash Comedy fan page on Facebook, or go to YouTube, youtube.com/kickashcomedy, you would be able to see all of the past They Talk Funny episodes. This is episode 23, and Rob Pue, but we also have had spoken with Delisa Chapunda from Malawi, but based in the UK. Ian Bagg, a Canadian comic living in Long Beach, California. We have talked to Scotty Vroman, a comedy writer who writes for the wonderful Patriot Act starring Hassan Minhaj. So we like to cover a breadth of comics, and I was really looking forward to speaking with Rob, but I haven't seen him logging in yet. And if we go a full 5 minutes without him, I guess we're going to have to leave it at that and reschedule for another time to see if we can work out what the problem is with connecting. So just to state, this is a channel just during COVID times, during the lockdown. I'm based in Montreal, the hardest hit city in Canada. Comedy clubs are just opening up, but we just had a closure of a venue, the Montreal Improv, which is more of an improv club and school. They have closed their doors. That happened last week. I was announced last Thursday, I believe, which is sad news for the performers here in Montreal. The Comedy Nest has opened up. There is word that something is being worked out with the Wiggle Room, but it has taken a major redesign. And so there is no word yet on exactly when that would be opening up, but we will be giving that news when we can. And but if you are looking for something to do or something to listen to while you're waiting, Pugilist, Rob Pue's album, I definitely check it out. It's 10 rounds of live comedy with Rob Pue. I've had the pleasure of working with him, man. He is a force of nature on stage, and always a delight. He's very much a straight shooter. He doesn't hold back, which I imagine he probably thinks he does, but he is much more blunt than your average human being, and he does it in a very lovable way. So definitely, I do recommend checking out his CD. It's on Comedy Records. Comedy Records has done great things for the Canadian comedy industry. And at this time, I'm not seeing. No, it doesn't look like Rob has been able to. Oh, hold it just a sec. Let's see if this is working out. And see if this is gonna happen at this point. Okay, yeah. We're gonna. He's asked just for a couple more minutes before we go, well, we're going, and we're gonna just see where they're gonna get. If I can talk about some of the other shows that appear on now on Twitch, but also on YouTube that I'm in the process of doing. There is the They Talk Funnies. But there's also the Comedy Battle Game Show, which is BattleCom, which happens at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday night. And that you get to see comedians going up, battling each other over, how can we say, pop culture. Yeah, it's the geek war of comedy game shows. They punch each other in the face with jokes, and then you guys, as the audience, decide who lives, who dies. And no actual deaths, no actual blood happens, but that is what that show is about. And for the back catalog of what has who has appeared on They Talk Funny. Well, actually, this Thursday coming up, we have Darren Henwood from Scotland, who's now based in Canada. He's going to be my guest at 7 p.m. this Thursday. That's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we had Habib Siam just last on the 14th, so he's on the back catalog for They Talk Funny. We did a roundtable with Trevor Lindsay and Andrew Evans, and then we also had Ben McLean. So that was the Halifax Roundtable. Ben McLean, who is a Canadian comic and comedy producer based in Berlin. He runs an incredible show over in Berlin and is a very funny performer as well. I did a solo one with Andrew Evans, which sort of instigated doing the Halifax Roundtable. And we're just checking out on Rob's status. I'll keep on listing some of the other ones in the back catalog. The amazing Simon Ratkoff, who is a Canadian writer. He started comedy when he was underage for him to get into bars here in Canada, and he has been a road warrior, touring and writing like mad. He's amazing. Talking with somebody and Mad, and we're talking about Chris Finn, who actually wrote for Mad TV, a Canadian writer, has written for a lot of programs from Black Fly to the Rick Mercer Report to This Hour's 22 Minutes. And the lovable comedian, actually talking about somebody. Well, I guess he has been at it for a while. I just think of him as so young and so amazing. Canadian actor, comedian, Chris Sandiford. His episode originally streamed on June 13th. That is in the They Talk Funny back catalog. We also have, I mentioned Scott Vroman. There was Peter J. Radomski, who is basically the current father of the Montreal comedy scene. He used to do the Drop the Gloves show at Grumpy's, and he is a regular at the Comedy Nest in Montreal. Though he did spend several months living in New York, just adjusting to the wonderful world of American comedy. And talking about Montreal is going to the United States. The L. Solomons were my guest before that. The L. Solomons, which would be Jess Solomon and Iman El Husseini, which are a married couple who are fantastic. One is Palestinian, one is Jewish. Both are women, and they have been hitting up the stages across the states, and they have a cartoon about their life together, which is just it's sweet and funny at the same time. And I believe that is Rob that is logging in right now. And here we go. I'm going to be adding Rob to the stream. Yeah, there we go. Oh yeah, he's matching his album cover. Welcome. How are you doing?
Pretty good, Paul. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing well. Are you going by Per these days?
You know what? I got fat. Yeah, pure. No,
Pure.
I got fat thumbs. I got fat thumbs.
Welcome. Okay, so you're joining us via Wi-Fi. You are outside.
Yeah.
Are you about to do a show? Are you doing a show outside or?
No, my girlfriend's neighbors have an in-ground pool and have left for the week, so we've just been kind of living their life, and it's been absolutely terrific. Yeah, man.
All right. Man, yeah, it's good to see your smile. I gotta, I remember it's a weird time to remember this, but at Joanna's wake, when I saw you, I'm trying to remember who you were chatting with, but I walked up to kind of join that circle of people and we were chatting, and then you looked over at me and you went, "Hi, I'm Rob Pue." And this is after we've actually been on the road a couple times together. It was
but you also changed looks like a bloody chameleon.
It's called aging. It's called aging. Something we don't understand yet.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. But I remember you I remembered you had a more bohemian vibe the first time we met, and I mean, like, you were a little shaggy or whatever. Yeah, and now you're all look at you. I'm fresh out of the shower. You could run a hockey team.
Oh, Gord, get in the corner, eh? I actually, in prepping for this, I learned something I didn't realize about you. You were born in Halifax.
No, I don't know why that's on the IMDb stuff. I don't know who put that on there or what happened. I mean, I've spent time there. I'm a military brat, so like
you're Canadian all over.
Yeah, so where I'm born doesn't, like, I spent no time where I was born. I was born in Chilliwack in BC and never spent any time there.
Yeah, it's the opposite side of Halifax. I'm a Navy brat, which meant that I stayed close to water at least. But that's
so. Were you in Halifax a lot, or?
Born in Halifax, and well, at the hospital in Halifax, and then we stayed pretty close to Halifax for most of my dad's career. It's the way it works.
Yeah, born in a manger in Halifax.
Born in a manger. Yeah, it was around that time. Time.
We're old, Paul. Both of us, man. Our best days are.
All right. I want to talk. You definitely have like a very lovable honesty when you're on stage. As a performer, you don't seem to pull any punches or try to politen things up for people very much. You're very direct, but you're very charming at the same time, which helps you get away with a lot of that.
Thanks.
And when it comes to writing your comedy, like what is it that you are looking for? Do you like spend like an hour or two every day or longer sitting down and just writing and hoping to find some gold, or do you go to the idea jar? Are you just writing down notes whenever you can so you can go into it and then pull it?
Sometimes. I mean, you've been at this a long time too. You know that wherever you can grab inspiration, I think you take it and wring it out for what it's worth. Sometimes I have ideas in a notebook and I'll mine those. I typically, to start the day, I do this a lot. I will write, and I mean, social media is a good pool for this, is just getting out your brain goop first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
You just want to puke out a few ideas that mean nothing and you're not going to bother even worrying about. I like journaling for the same thing, just getting some words out, just feel what it's like to create a thought and then sit in it for a second. I find that opens up some stuff for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Sometimes an event in your life will just happen and present itself as a bit, and you're like, well, that's a bit,
That's going on.
Do is spit polish it. Yeah. So you get lucky that way sometimes, and then sometimes, like everybody, we all go through just like
that's that
dead bloody moments.
Yeah.
Yeah. It happens.
It
happens, man.
happens. It happens. Well, have definitely done a good job of crafting comedy into like the way that you take it to the stage. You seem to find your beats that match your personality very quickly, which I take it is from the fact that you spend as much time writing as you do, but also spending as much time on stage as you obviously have.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you still hit up open mics, or because I know that you're working pretty much any weekend you want to work, you can
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, I'm addicted. I mean, there's no doubt. Like, I love this. I love this craft so much that, I mean, even when you get time off by Jones for just the worst, I love bad mics. Whatever, if someone's like, "This is a bad mic," I'm like, "Well, let's go see. Let's go see how
Let's
bad."
see how bad it can
Because
be.
it can't be that bad. I've seen bad ones. Like I've seen like genuinely bad ones. And then
Yeah,
as long as there's people in a room and they're open to laughing, then fine. But
yeah,
if
most definitely.
oh,
Montreal has one room that has a reputation, and it's very fun if your ego can take it. And so I do sort of
okay,
I sort of stretch out my times between going there, just
yeah.
because of the fact that it's no cover, it's a bar and it's a wide open mic, so it's music, poetry, stand up comedy, but it's
Oh,
right
cool.
beside the old Comedy Works,
That's
and
oh, I know where that is. Yeah, of course.
yeah, Grumpy's. And the thing is, the audience who's there are not there to they're there to ignore whatever is on stage, and it's sort of like it's if you can get like three people to turn their head and like maybe engage with you, then you've had a successful night. And
Yeah,
I've had nights where I've got the bar itself, the entire bar. So but it's most nights it's like, yeah, I'm just practicing saying words.
right. Well, I mean, yes, I mean, but that also helps. I was just telling my girlfriend Jen LaBelle, who's also a comedian. Here, she's
Oh yeah,
right there on the deck. There.
wave.
Yeah, yeah. Just show her off in her bathing suit there for a sec. But she's. I mean, we were just talking about doing TV sets
Yeah.
and having to like you kind of have to have this skill of being able to pretend that nobody's in front of you. You got to be able to do the set to nobody to do
Yeah.
TV, kind of. You know, you got to be able to smile and carry on as though you're destroying, even in the face of complete ambivalence. So, I mean, that's
It's acting.
television, though. You know,
Yeah.
it's a big it's acting. It's a big phony. So, but that's okay. That's a skill set that we need to learn as entertainers. That's the thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we were just discussing this very issue. Like,
Well,
I mean,
this is
no one
episode
wants to do
23.
that,
You're the
right?
first person to say that, by the way.
It's the truth. I mean, when people say, you want to be an honest, truth-saying comic, yeah, you don't really. I mean, still want people to like you,
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
if you
And people
say
don't like
just
the
true
truth.
things, everybody's gonna hate you. So you have to be nice. At least you have
Yeah.
to have one redeemable human quality. It's my girlfriend's rolling her eyes at me in the background. This guy's full of shit. So yeah.
I, I'm gonna jump around. I mean, okay, you've got
Yeah. Okay.
incredible resume, and talk about TV bullshit all the way back to like Punked season 2.
Yeah.
But there's you said you go crazy, stir crazy when you can't perform, and now we're at a
Yeah.
period where we can't perform. But also, if I
Yeah.
remember correctly, right when your CD came out, you had a car accident, or was it right before?
It was
Uh,
before all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah. It was
yeah,
before all that stuff. So it was. Yeah. I've been inactive few times.
that
And it's not
now,
the best feeling ever. Yeah.
would you care to explain what happened in the car accident? Because it's like it's a Canadian road warrior type story. It's like you
Yeah.
were performing late at night, making the drive home, right?
I was on the way. I was actually on the way to the show, but it was still dark. Like those
Mhm.
when you're driving in Canada specifically too. And I know that anybody driving in Canada will understand what I mean. Especially around it was November 5th, and it when twilight hits on country roads, you can't tell you know, the ditch from the highway, from the skyline, everything is the same color. And
Right.
I hit a patch of ice in the highway. I mean, just hit a patch of ice. There's no snow to be seen anywhere around. Just some fog had frozen on the road, and I slid into oncoming traffic. You know, I was panicked. I was panicked to get to the gig on time, and I was late coming through Peterborough, and I hit a patch of ice, slid into this oncoming car, and just absolutely decimated the vehicle. It's like a stand-up comic. That's the thing. That's the one thing that'll stop us from working is
Yeah.
a car accident. So, yeah. And I mean, I honestly, my thought was, I'm going to miss the show, or I'm going to be late. You know,
Yeah.
I thought I was going to just like walk out of this car and then like onto stage with this great bit about how the car's back there and I'm okay and all this. And no, it's good. It's the opposite, the exact opposite. I was absolutely decimated. So
do you want to explain the injuries to everyone who might be watching?
Yeah.
By the way, if anyone's watching,
sure, because I'm
and wants to add a comment or a question, you can do that. Just write your question in, and I'll bring it onto screen.
beauty. So I mean, upon colliding with the other car head on, the dash came toward me, and for some reason I lifted my legs. This is all reactionary. I lifted my legs, so the dash pushed my legs toward me. My femur on my right side shattered my pelvis. My right kneecap was obliterated. The seatbelt nearly cut me in half, so I have like some hernias on my left side still to deal with, like some tearing of the muscle wall. I bit a hole through part right here. I went like this. When I got in the accident, the car hit me and I went like that.
Were you saying, oh, fuck?
Yeah, I might have been. Oh, fuck. Like really enunciating. Fuck. Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking, man, but it destroyed me. And then, you know, and like I wake up and I had blood all over my face. Like I thought I was like a feral animal, you know? But I'll tell you, they give you the best drugs. They give you the best drugs. And as a comic, my favorite part was like I woke up and I was hilarious right away. I just started like making jokes with the ambulance guys and the cops. And you know, and they're all very serious. They just they just cut me out of a vehicle. They literally just cut me out of a car, and now I'm making jokes. You know what I mean? Like and you know, and I'm sure it was annoying to them. They're like, let's just get you to the hospital. This guy, you know, do you ever turn it off? You know? So yeah, they get me, you know, they got me.
You did turn it off.
I got a helicopter ride out of it. I got some, you know, funny time. I tried to punch a doctor on morphine. That happened.
Wow.
You know, you can't punch on morphine. Turns out you have no punching power on morphine. Yeah, it's very, very slow. So the doctor literally put his hand up and then just pushed my hand down. Like he just no. You know, and guys hate being made to feel like they're feeble. So I was like, oh God, you know, I'm gonna get you after the accident. He fixed me all up. This guy took his time out of his day and did his job and fixed my leg up pretty good. So
well, you're walking around pretty good right now. I mean, it's obvious. But that was, because I remember seeing the news and it was like, like this is. I mean, also, how long were you laid up? How long were you?
It comes, you know, like I'm still dealing with all that stuff, but and the initial accident stuff to be able to get back on just walking upright was 8 months.
Okay.
So I was in a soft cast and on crutches and then on a walker and then on a cane for 8 months. And then another year and a half to 2 years of just straight physio and strength training to be able to move and stuff.
Yeah.
So, and now I deal with all, like old man problems. I got back issues, just like every old guy. I just took the hard way to.
you took the fast route.
Yeah.
I still feel like I'm 20 years older than you are, so it's all kind of good. You're fucking way too handsome. This is
Oh,
huh?
you're looking good, buddy.
I could wish.
I think you look good.
Thank you very much. I could.
Don't hate yourself.
Hope to
look at this. I got to put on glasses. You look beautiful.
I got the laser eye, so I don't have to put on the glasses.
Oh, you see now who's bragging?
Yeah, it's vanity.
You can see your own golf ball when you hit it. Nice.
Yeah, if only my hips turned that well. But,
yeah, I can't do it either. I just watch.
Yeah, half century. It's a half century for me, man.
Man.
Yeah.
We're there, Paul. We got it, buddy.
I'm hanging in. I'm gonna hang in. Do you now? You have like again, it's with your comedy, you've got a certain charm, and the way that you talked about, you that was stuff that you had sort of helped morph into material, a routine about the accident. But what kind of philosophy do you have about what you want to bring to the stage?
I think it's honestly that's it's changed. It's changed. When I was a kid, you have all these lofty ideas of where you're going to end up and stuff. And then like what I'd really like to do is just have a couple pieces of work televised and respected. I'd like to work on a show as a writer. I'd like to work on a show as a director. I'd like to put out a movie and a book. I think those are my those are my showbiz dues. I'd like to get those done.
Was that a sank fecta or
what's that?
Was that a sank fecta? Was that 5 things?
Yeah.
I should have been counting.
Yeah.
I was going, he's going for the trifecta, and then no, wait, there's more.
I think it's all doable. Like I'm not hoping to win any big awards. I think it's all doable if you just go and do it yourself. Like I mean, all these are you can self-produce all these and stuff. So
yeah, but among Canadian comics, you're pretty well respected as a guy who delivers, and you've worked clean, you've worked dirty, you've done all the gambit. You can do the corporate stuff, obviously. But at the same time, if it comes to like a road tour, you are going to please the guys in the Legion as well as the people in the theaters. Like you know how to adapt your material for the different audiences. If anyone could get that sank fecta, I think you should be the person. You definitely have the drive and the talent.
Paul, you've always been such a beauty, man. Thanks so much. I mean, I think now I just called in just to hear you pump my tires. You're a beauty, man. This is going to help me. It's going to feel so good. Thank you.
This is we call this They Talk Funny, but maybe I should be calling it the ego stroke. But it's I wouldn't be saying this stuff if I didn't believe it, because I used to think that I had like my fingers on the pulse of the comedy community in Canada. I kept my ear to the ground, whatever. And when I met you, the first time I met you, okay, I don't know that name. And then I saw you on stage, you closed the show, and you just like, it was like, oh crap, I'm missing stuff. Like that was what it was for me when I saw you go live. Like you were there when my hair caught on fire. Like Freddie Proya gave me like three or four false intros, and so I just went and leaned against the wall at the Mississauga Yucks. But they had those little shadow boxes with votive candles in it, and when he finally called my name, I started walking to the stage. All of a sudden, the waitress was smacking me on the back of the head, just putting out the flames as my
buddy Paul. Is that the Paul lit his head on fire, honey? I know. He was at a show. Okay. Oh my gosh, she's gonna hear this later. This is so good.
But
This is so good.
that was a show you closed. That was
Yeah.
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 Oh damn.
You got better. That's a better road story than anybody's got, man. That's good stuff. Your hair caught on fire on the way up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess
It's
that is
gonna
a
kill.
literal roast story. Okay.
So funny, dude.
Now, COVID world, the lockdown and the reopening. Give me your thoughts. Let me hear what you're thinking.
Well, I mean, some people.
Actually, let's take it in a structure. When it first started to happen, what did you think? Did you think at first that why are they shutting everything down, or
No, my girlfriend's a teacher, and they had a pretty good. Like, I mean, I've been pretty much running off her schedule. They've been like, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And that's in my life, that just translates into, well, this is shutting down, that's shutting down. So pretty easy to follow suit.
Yeah.
Emotionally, I didn't like any of it. Of course, I don't.
No.
In my heart, I want everybody to be safe. In my mind, I'm like, I want to see like a movie, Road Warrior, Mad Max stuff. You know what I mean? So, I mean, and then the artist in me is like, well, I don't have. What am I gonna do if there's nobody here? So,
Right.
I don't know. Like I'm happy that everybody I know has been safe and relatively untouched by this for the most part. I think I know one person that's life has been really turned upside down directly. I know this people. So, and then I don't know. I want people to be okay. This is boring. It's been a boring 4 months, like,
Yeah.
gee, I caught up on life, like I got paperwork stuff done that I needed to get done. There's no reason not to do the things that you were procrastinating on doing in the first place. This is like the best time to talk to the government right now. By the way, if you need to talk to the government, just go talk to them now. They have no time for you. They have no time, and they literally go, okay, okay, and then you just hang up the phone. Yeah, they've been great. They've been great.
And now what do you think about like the reopening? Because there's like, I think it was out west, they started with the outdoor shows first, and now clubs. You guys are considered at phase 2 in Toronto.
Yeah, phase 2, which I'm not sure about. Yeah, how do you think that's going to go? I don't know.
I have people I know who are greatly affected by it. I mean, there's some people I know who've lost loved ones, and I also, a musician friend of mine in the States has lost lung capacity.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he didn't have a great voice for singing, but I mean,
that's okay. I like a little joke. The guy's down, give him a little shot. I don't mind.
But no, it's like for him, and it lasted a lot longer. So even the people who get sick and get better, there's still an effect. And I think that's like I would like to see it shut down until the vaccine comes out.
Right.
Because once that comes out, then we can all go, okay, everyone's fine, everyone's on an equal footing, we should have it under control, and then we go.
Right.
But
yeah, you'd think, but there's always these pools of knobs that like to make everything last longer than it should,
Yeah.
And I'm fighting that instinct, honestly, Paul. Like in me, like my instinct is to not give a shit and to do business,
Yeah.
But I understand that there's, even the most dense of us have to understand that there's a big world that people need to. There's more than our BS, and it's sad that that some people get in the way and they think some political something. I don't have time for that. I just don't have time for it. I'm too broke. we're comics.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, I can't even bother getting caught up in that stuff. I'm like, I don't know. Just don't cough in my eyes. And, you know,
Yeah. I don't hit the streets without a mask on personally, because I'm
Yeah.
not going to be raw dog and oxygen.
Are you? I like that on a shirt right now. Are you in Montreal?
I am in Montreal. We don't, so we're not at a phase 2. We
Right.
bars are opening, entertainment is not happening.
Yeah.
Sorry. No dancing is happening, but the Comedy Nest is open, which normally has a capacity of close to 200, and they're keeping their
Right.
capacity at 50, which
Yeah,
is
okay.
obviously going to hurt their bottom line, and it's going to affect
Yeah.
who they can have in as headliners.
Sure. Yeah. But I mean, keeping it local right now is not a bad idea, and also
No.
for our industry, it might be a good thing.
Yeah.
If
For
you're,
those of us,
if you're working your way up.
yeah, it is. I'm also like I do film, television work. I actually, there wasn't anything going on, so I just started taking auditions again, and so I'm going to be doing a commercial, but they were very strict about.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a payday.
Would you book?
We just did wardrobe and rehearsal.
Yeah. Did you do a Timmy Hort?
I'm playing a plumber in an ad for a company that does telecommunications. So it's all.
There you go. Hey, right on. You can't say I get it.
I was dancing around it, doing the old 2-step.
Yeah, right. I like it. I like it. You got more work than everybody I know. I know. Well, I know. One guy's doing voiceover work like crazy right now. That's, I think comics are the best part to watch right now. They're all chomping at the bit to get back on stage in any capacity. It's beautiful.
You're going to see the ones who actually sat and wrote during this, and then you're going to see the ones who just let everything atrophy. That's what it's going to be when we move forward on this. It's personally, I think I think it's also been a boon for online time, like doing stuff. Like I always had the idea that I wanted to do a podcast where I got to interview stand-up comics, and what are we doing right now? Like I never thought, I never looked enough into the technology of doing it until this. And I got a panel show that I do every Friday, which is battle comedy, right? So it's all head-to-head.
There you go.
Stuff.
Well, see, I mean, you're on it. So, I mean, do you do this? Does this stream across Instagram and stuff like that, or you do this on
Instagram?
Any of this?
Yeah, Instagram. You have to go into Instagram. You can't do it from another platform. So what we're doing right now, we're currently on YouTube, we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitch. Cool. All at once.
You got it all. Okay. Yeah.
So,
boom.
Yeah. So it's I recommend, I'll recommend the software I'm using. It's called StreamYard. It's not even software. It's just a client hosting thing.
Okay, great.
What are your thoughts though now on the future, looking forward through all this?
Well, in my very near future,
the next beer.
I'm going to finish this beer.
Why did I know that?
Also, what else is going on? Hold on. I wonder if I can pitch this. She took it. There's we've been drinking Pink Whitney this summer. It's like a old hockey player, Ryan Whitney. He's not even old. He's young. He's my age, but he's retired, and he's put out a line of alcohol, and we've been drinking. It's like great poolside or summer park. It's pink lemonade vodka. It's like not like super sweet like a Mike's Hard or anything. It's she nice on some ice. It's the best. So we've been doing that a lot, and in the very near future, what we're gonna do here, I have shows coming up, like a lot of little outdoor. I'm doing a drive-in theater this weekend in Kitchener.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's something. COVID has really bumped up the drive-in theaters.
Yeah. What a bad way to do comedy. I mean, it's and To comics,
honkies.
it's hilarious, but to everybody else there, I don't know if it's as funny. So, because people honk at you for appreciation, and that honking is the opposite of appreciation. It's, get out of my way, you're an idiot, not I agree with your point of view and carry on.
Yeah, see,
So
I'm older and I grew up in the country. So when you pass somebody's house, you'd go the hey, it's just a little hey.
Yeah, right. I mean,
you've just lived in Toronto too long, Rob. You forgot your rural roots.
That's true. I should actually say something like that. I should make light that it's in the city. It means, F off, and in the country it means good to see you.
Hey, Barb.
Yeah. I bet you Jeff McHenry'd probably just murder at the drive-ins, now come to think of it, because he murders everywhere.
Yeah.
Just in case anybody's thinking of watching another comic. Jeff McHenry. Absolute
Jeff
beauty.
McHenry. Yeah, yes, definitely. I saw he's putting out some more videos, like it's older clips coming up, like his Winnipeg set and whatnot. So
yeah, all the gem stuff's coming out right now. CBC's putting out a bunch of stuff, I think, because all their festivals may have gotten pushed back this summer.
Yeah.
So
Winnipeg didn't happen, and then Montreal is done. I guess JFL 42 is off the radar.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah. Nothing. The summer is toast. Summer is gone. I was shocked by that. If you would asked me at the beginning of this, if it would have lasted all summer, I would have said no, hands down. And in the face of it, I know that just because I thought summer might bring people outside more, you know what I mean? I thought that desire to just be outside and get healthy was better. I get when we're inside, I don't care if we're going to quarantine. I don't care, because I'm going to be inside in the winter anyway.
Yeah.
But anyways, but I'm happy that people are staying safe and whatnot. But summer is a drag for the first time in my life.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Okay. We don't talk enough, so I kind of have to explain this. I get remarried, but I don't live with my wife.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't live with her. So I actually have roommates. One of my roommates is a cancer survivor. So if anyone who's ever received chemo is automatically immunosuppressed. So that means we have to be very careful. Anything that gets purchased, like we buy groceries, we wash the groceries.
Okay.
When they come into the house, we get packages, we wash the packages. When we go out, we have to be extra cautious that we're not bringing back anything that could potentially. Like he had cancer 15 years ago, but apparently chemotherapy, that's it for your immune
system. Yeah.
And so I've got to be extra careful. And so that means, like, even me, I can't really go out to a park or be around too many people, because if I bring that back into the house, there's a certain danger to it. So I've been doing my exercise, go for walks and whatnot late at night. And just it kind of, the amount of time in the house is kind of a mind screw, which is a little weird.
I think that's the hard. I think to me that's a hard part, and I don't deal with a ton of depression, but I think everybody does deal with it from time to time, which is why it shouldn't be hard to empathize with, because when it does grip you, it can be awful.
Yeah.
For me, I'm lucky to not have to deal with it too much. Anxiety is more of my bag.
Yeah.
Just being inside, bouncing off the walls and being in your own head, and it's tough. I know it's tough. And I mean, we're lucky. I like that you're doing this, because you legitimately reach out to comics, and then comics like to talk to comics or hear what comics are saying. So maybe it helps people get out of their own heads. So maybe you're doing a good thing here. So
it's we're providing entertainment, which can be, and it's also archived. So if you ever want to get sued for something, just say it now.
I
didn't spin that into a positive.
I was trying to think of some place it would be good to get sued by. Is that a thing?
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't want to pick any fights that I don't have the
the time for
What's that?
yeah, just
Yeah, like
try to
right.
get. That's,
Yeah, you need energy to fight fights. I mean,
definitely.
Walmart, and Jeff Bezos, and Amazon. I can't.
All right.
I mean, we know.
What?
So, do we hunt him, or can we do that?
Announcing here now,
Can I put a
we're
bounty on somebody online? Can we put bounties on people on your show? Is that legal?
Actually, that could get me banned from Twitch.
Okay, so I won't do that. I would never
Yeah,
do that.
yeah.
I'd never
I
do
appreciate.
that.
I appreciate. Thank you for saving the channel. Though we can hint at it as long as we don't say directly. And I think we've done
Yeah,
that.
well, I was asking a question. I was just
that's a Hannity defense. There is. All right, now let's talk about what is happening mainly in our neighbors to the south with the protests that are going on. What is your take on everything on
Black Lives Matter?
Black Lives Matter?
Is that what you're talking about?
Not just that, but the Black Lives Matter, the encompassing everything that's being encompassed by that, like the entire,
I think
like
it's
the police
about
state.
time.
Yeah,
I think it's about time that police stop killing people. I think that's dumb. I think that the idea that I love the idea that we're talking about race as being a construct, and that we're all one. I think that's just science.
Yeah.
So I'm tired of hearing that whole gobbledygook, by people that just seek to own power.
And create division.
I'm tired of that, because I don't know what it's like to be discriminated against. I don't know what it's like to be afraid for my life because of my skin color. I don't know what it's like to be afraid of the people that are sworn to protect you and all that. I have no idea. All I can do is I know that I have friends of color and from everywhere else in the world that aren't white, and I love them all. I want them to be happy. I want them to be safe. So I'll do whatever it takes. It's no change in my lifestyle. We're good, but I'd like cops to stop killing people. I think we all would. So
yeah. Do you have thoughts on the defund the police movement? Or
I don't even know what that entails. I like the idea of change. If that means, I don't know what it means. So if to me, if that means making changes, like huge changes in a system that should be helping the public, then yeah, of course we need to do that. I always wonder why cops carry guns. Like, why are you carrying a gun? You're looking to get in a fight. You have a gun. You're in a fight. You should be able to talk.
You've been to Newfoundland.
Well,
they don't.
I've been to northern Alberta too. Like,
St. John's, Newfoundland. The cops don't carry guns.
Is that right?
Yeah. Or if they do, then it's a more recent thing. But yeah.
Oh wow. Well, I do know that they've showed up on horse from time to time. So I don't think you need a gun if you're on a horse.
Yeah, 14,000 pounds of flesh.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Yeah.
Now, you actually really kind of covered defund the police rather well. You grasped it right away. You've just locked up, so I hope you still have signal. But I was going to ask you about what's happening. You won the Portland Comedy Festival, or was it San Diego?
It was San Francisco.
San Francisco Comedy Festival. I was going to try to segue in to the what's happening in Portland right now.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
With the fact that there's like people are calling them the secret police because they don't have any badge affiliations. They're not wearing names. They don't have any badges. And they report directly to Attorney General William Barr.
Wow.
I think that's kind of for me, I find that kind of scary.
It is. It is, because especially seeing that Portland is a hub for military activity in the United States. So I'm guessing that all of those people affiliated there are military or ex-military, which is also concerning.
They're drawn. Apparently, they're drawn from other federal policing type units. So it involves correction officers, uh, uh, and I'm trying to think what the other groups, but a lot of them are being shipped in to be there, so they don't know the people personally, which
Okay.
which is a tactic China used for Tiananmen Square.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Wow.
So
That's
I mean,
that's concerning.
yeah,
What it's just the weird thing about being Canadian and being in this country is that no matter what's happening, there's a certain feeling of impotence. You know, we can watch what's happening. It's almost like nobody would listen anyway, and it's sad. So, look, what do we do with this? What would you like to see done with that? I don't know what I would do. Like, outside of my brain's fantasies of mayhem and Demolition Man like glory, I don't know.
Just Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah. I mean, walking away from a building full of the bad guys that's on fire while you're just like, yep. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's when the guitar licks kick in.
Yeah, that's where my reality is, you know.
I would like to. You've been handling all this right. You've been keeping up like the positive thoughts that and you seem to want to sort of like help educate people that the positive way is the better way. Like, it's all one human race, and the fact that there's this anonymous police force is scary. And as long as we can keep up like it's trying to look out for our fellow man, and asking that they do the same, I think, is what we kind of need to do right now. And then we just need to make sure that we have the structures to do so. So
yeah, I agree.
That's the hope, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the hope. I mean, well, I don't know. Some of us will get there and some of us won't. that'll be that. But I mean, are we in a, like, I don't know, like I don't like conspiracy theories, you know, but there's just, the problem with them is that they're fun, you know?
Yeah.
Like they're fun.
It's also the secret knowledge kind of thing. Like the entire like the current, or sorry, the father of the modern flat earth movement was a comedian from Montreal. Just to kind of throw that out there. And it started as a bit. He was doing bits about like different conspiracy theories, and then his videos about the flat earth just took off, and he bought into the fact that he was being paid a lot of money.
And he just perpetrated it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
I like this guy then.
Yeah, he's one of those people that, you know, let's watch the world burn because, you know, it'll keep my toes warm. Is what it is ended up kind of being. I love how, like, he refused to be part of Beyond the Curve, that documentary, which I think is still on Netflix. And they just used some of his videos from YouTube. They got permission from YouTube, and he's has since gone on to threaten to sue them, and he doesn't have a leg to stand on.
No, of course not. Yeah.
No. So, but I'm not naming names here because we were talking about, let's bring the lawsuit.
Right.
We've been talking for close to an hour there, Rob. I'm gonna show the cover of your CD again, and
Thank you, sir.
That's from Comedy Records. That's available pretty much anywhere you can get pre-recorded material online. And you got something happy to end on for us, like if we're gonna sum up with a thought or a feeling.
Yeah, you know, my feeling is that it was my girlfriend and I's birthday last week, and this week we're really happy to celebrate my my nephew coming into the world, Mr. Mr. Maverick.
Maverick's his first
I
name.
got a Maverick. Yeah. Maverick DeVouge. There you go. How's that for a lady slayer's name, hey? Old Maverick DeVouge is 1 year old.
He's definitely got to be a private eye driving a Trans Am as soon as he turns 18.
Yeah. He's an absolute beaut. It's an absolute beaut. I mean, I said we got to call him Goose because, when he makes a mistake, you got to be able to be like, talk to me, Goose, But only anybody that grew up in the 80s understands that. So my sister is like, what are you talking about? 10 years younger than me. Dated.
Yep. That's like me talking to any comic.
I'm getting there, man. I'm almost there.
We're at that point. Both of us just went, all right.
Well, I got my phone plugged in. I'm leaned up against the wall in our bedroom here. I'm hoping we got something beautiful to wrap it up on. I love seeing your face again. I love talking to you again. It's been a hot minute, pal.
Man, I missed you. I've always been toying to the idea. I wanted to go to Toronto because of, it's not always great stage time, but there's so much more stage time in Toronto.
Yeah.
But my life has sort of been tied to Montreal.
Sure. Yeah.
So I got to get down there a little bit more. I've been doing trips. I did burlesque in Toronto. I'll go down there because it pays for the comedy that I'm doing. It pays me better than than comedy pays me. In Toronto.
Do you do it with Rochelle Ellie? No, she does a burlesque show.
I was Cherry Colas, and
okay,
I do the one there, and I do the one at the at Puff Mama's place,
right.
which the underground,
now,
which is gone now. So I don't know when I'll be back down to do it there, but what I do, which isn't stand up,
it's performance.
It's a performance. It's
great.
I just give love advice from the audience.
I like it.
Yeah, so that sort of hits. And so that's sort of what my Wednesday night show is that character does a show with burlesque guests and music guests.
I like it.
Yeah, so I'm pumping up my stuff. You said you had some shows coming up. You got some honkies coming up, or do you want to tell people?
Doing, I'm doing a honky this weekend. Oh, that's a solid name, Paul. Doing the honkies.
It's not mine. It's not mine. I've heard somebody.
Yeah. Oh, so funny doing a honky. Yeah, doing a honky this weekend. That's awesome. I want to high five whoever coined that. That's beauty. Yeah. Doing a honky. Yeah, and then I have some Zoom corporates, which are also awful, by the way.
Do you? Because I've seen them done a couple different ways. Are you actually able to hear them?
Yeah.
Okay, you are.
Yeah.
Okay, because I've seen them sometimes they're muted, but.
Yeah, well, I mean, you set it up with the client, like we set it up weeks in advance, sort of deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I make sure that, I want to be able to hear everybody. Right. So I just take a small speaker, like my Bluetooth speaker, and I'll plug that in so that I can hear my computer's volume a little louder.
Yeah.
But I need to hear some feedback. Otherwise, comedy is just difficult,
Yeah.
If you're doing just 10 minutes, no problem. But if you're doing 40, how do you know where you're at? You know what I mean? What are you doing? So
it's like riding a bike that has no pedals, right? It's just
exactly.
you can do it, but there's a little bit uncomfortable. But without being able to hear.
But it's impossible. Yeah, you can do it, but it's impossible.
Uncomfortable. I didn't say impossible. I said uncomfortable.
No, I mean the same thing. I think you can do comedy and be uncomfortable, but can't. I mean, you want to be funny. You want to be having fun. Otherwise, they're not having fun. Sometimes it's just a job and you got to do the money thing, but you want to have fun, even if it's shitty. You still want to be having fun. Otherwise, I don't know. Why am I in Calgary talking to people who build decks? This better be fun for me in some way. So
That's
I don't
great.
know. Yeah, buddy.
All right.
It was great chatting with you, Paul.
Yeah, it's been great. I think we just kind of hit that Canadian. That we've hit the plateau. Let's leave it at that. So we covered some great topics, and I want to thank you very much, Rob, for coming on and doing this. This is it's a pleasure to be able to speak with you, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. And yeah, so it's going to be up on YouTube and Twitch if people want to watch the reruns, and they usually do. So we'll check it out. All right.
Beauty. Thanks, Paul.
Beauty.
Thanks for having me. It's great seeing your face again, brother.
It's been great seeing you too. Everyone, this is Rob Pue. His album Pugilist is out. Pick it up. Definitely pick it up. He is one of the funniest guys I've had the chance to meeting. So I'm pleased that he's been on this show. Thank you, Rob.
Bless you, man. Thanks, brother.
Bye.
All right. Bye.